So today I've been given the mission of doing a tour of dearlydee's craft room, aka office. We're going to start off with what we have here is her brother, not actually her brother, but her sewing machine brother, for doing a bit of sewing, including my alterations to my clothes. But anyway, we're talking about craft here. Right, in the drawer here we have leftover kits, so plenty of spares. Down below, gadgets. We won't get into those too much. You can see a soldering iron, some chargers, etc, etc. Bit of a heat gun, looks pretty good. Down the bottom here, bags. You can never get enough bags for storage, etc. I'm going to say that's a junk drawer. It looks pretty full of junk, so let's go with that. Probably not that junky to our watches, but yeah, I can't see a lot in there that really does it for me. Right, over here, nice camera. I'm going to guess it's a Canon. Yes, it is. It's an EOS 60D. Can't go wrong with one of those. Under here, project lives, all in order, 2013 to 2018. I can see in there that they're pretty full, so obviously had a few busy days of the year. Below here we've got cards, a few more folders of work here, more work over here. Looks like a bit more scrappy, scrapbook type stuff, bit of sewing, bit of thread, etc. Down below here, got some paints. We've got a roller printer. Some bits and pieces in these boxes, some stencils, stick-ons. Up in here, I'm not even going to try and guess what they are, but let's just, yep. Up here, old school camera, Polaroid. It's probably something your nana had. Still does the job, looks good in some of the project lives, etc. that she does. Buttons, I'm going to say they're for design. I don't know if they're not really the buttons that I'd use, but anyway, we'll go over to the cupboard. Actually, we missed a bit. Camera stand, basically for standing your camera on. Paper. Cupboards. Rightio. Sequins. Very good. Come down to here, we've got alphas, or alphabet, what I would call them, but apparently in the trade, alphas. Quite a few of those, different colours, designs, etc. Toolbox, definitely necessity. Kind of looks like a builder's lunchbox, but we will say it's a toolbox. More tools in here, staple guns, screwdrivers, another lens, some pieces in through here. So we've got some bits and pieces of material, thread, paper, yep, don't know. Yeah, okay, I think we probably exhausted that. Rightio. Over here, typewriter, old school, good for doing a bit of printing that looks like it's old. Cutting thingy-jiggy, I'm going to say. Let's just go with that. Inks. Actually just about looks like makeup pouches, but they're actually ink, I'm going to say. Ink and paint. Markers, paint. Crikey, you paint all the china with all this. Whatever that is, paper. Paper. Crikey, hang on, paper. Oh, more letters. Weren't expecting that. And I'm going to say pockets, pouches. Actually, we used to use old school things like this to collect basketball cards, but a bit more shaped, but kind of similar. Here we have security. Watch out for that one. Don't try and come in the door. Mac number 1. It's called Mac number 1 basically because it's the first Mac we've come to. Corner here we've got air conditioning, which is lemongrass and ginger root scented candle. printing station printer. Just got some fibre internet in, so it's quick as a flash, so you can't go wrong with that. A bit quicker rather than sitting there watching the spinning wheel of death. Here, heat obviously needed. Here, tool trolley. Got you can roll it around wherever you go. You got scissors, pens, etc., etc., etc. I think it's probably quite a good handy workstation if you're doing a mission. There's actually a project that you're working on. You could just about pick out all the stuff you need and throw it in the trolley. That's what I'd do anyway. Over here, speaker, pretty high-tech speaker. Mac number 2, because it's the second Mac. Over here, another printer, and I'm going to say that looks like a photo printer. In the corner, we got some lights there. Now, as I know, is that she's had a few different goes with some different lights. We've used shades, different bulbs, etc. These bulbs seem to be the way to go now without the shades. They seem to give the best picture, etc. Just above there, we've got a nice painting, which I actually quite like. It's a cupcake, which actually makes me feel hungry. So we're going to go with that. I like that. Little stitch up there's a donut, more food. It's getting a bit, definitely making me hungry now. Coming down to here, we've got, looks like another roller printer thing. Tapes in a jar, another spotlight. Now, right, if we back up a bit, this seat here is definitely a must if you're going to be sitting in it for a while. This seat here is ergonomically designed. It's a big word, like Marmite, really. And what it's for is that you can sit in it for 8 hours with not feeling like you're hunched over. So definitely worth the money. Over here, table to film on, gives you a good white background. And so you don't have to replace your table every couple of months. What we do is we've got a glass table, and what we've actually used is like a Duracell sort of white book colour. And the idea with that is that when it gets a bit of a scratch or gets a bit of a dirty mark or whatever on it, is you can rip it off, just come straight off like a window film. Lay on another roll of the tape off the cover, and boom, you're back to a nice fresh white table again. Can't go wrong with that. Up above here, you've got your camera clamp, fully adjustable because it's just clamped on. If you bolt it on, you're going to be stuck in one place with not a lot of adjustment. So there you can actually bring it closer if you wanted to. You can bring it down to the next shelf as well. So yeah, pretty high-tech stuff there, as you can see. More letters. There's actually letters everywhere. It should be quite good to cover the whole walls with letters, actually. That would be kind of trippy. Down here, a few bits and pieces, clipboard. And over here, another light. And because I'm quite quick on doing this sort of tour, that's our tour over. Thanks for watching, and come back next time.